Let's return to our solar campaign. Imagine a day when the whole country is powered entirely by the sun. Now, it could be closer than we think, thanks to an Australian invention. Here's how it works. Now, large fields of mirrors are used to direct the sun's heat onto tubes of water. This creates steam, which turns large turbines, producing clean power to feed into the energy grid. It could be possible to power the whole of Australia with a solar thermal plant measuring 30 square kilometres. We've got a lot of that out in the middle. The technology is so ingenious, California has already built one plant, commissioned another, with the backing of Arnie Schwarzenegger. The Terminator says, do it.
Ausra technology was created in Australia. And we were very fortunate that when they looked around where they built their headquarters, they decided on California.
Hey, invented in Australia, you heard right.
Well, Arnie is embracing our technology, but our own government doesn't seem to be, so why not? Let's ask the inventor, Dr. David Mills. David, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mel. Morning, Ashley. How are you?
We kind of seem shocked. Why is Australia not leading the way in this? Why is it taking California to do it?
Yes, it is a bit puzzling, but I have to say events are moving very quickly. Right now, we have a rush on the environment. The climatologists are saying we have to act very quickly. At the same time, we're having great strides in the technology. So I think good discussion is now required about what incentives are necessary to bring in really large-scale technology, not just a few thousand units for homes on roofs, but big things which will make a true difference.
It just seems crazy that you invented this technology, you got very little support to make it viable here in Australia, you had to go to America, and we have Arnie Schwarzenegger singing your praises. What are our blokes here, our government, have to do to be serious? I noticed Peter Garrett's spooky about sort of his 8-year plan to have solar panels on 30,000 homes as ahead of schedule. Well, to me, 30,000 homes in 8 years is piddly. It's not even worth talking about. What does he need to do?
Well, there are, I think, a number of things. First place, we have to bring in targets, and I know we're talking about the 20% by 2020 targets, the 2020 targets. But if you look at California, for example, they've just enabled a 33% target in the same time frame. And that has a tremendous effect on industry. It galvanizes industry. They know where they have to go. They know everybody's operating under the same system, and away they go. We also need a carbon system for trading carbon. And right now we're seeing our carbon system, which was supposed to come in first in 2009, now 2010, and now it's being watered down. And so effectively it might not start to 2012. And that actually penalizes the entering industries, which are the poor ones, and helps the outgoing industries, which are the rich ones at the moment, like the coal industry. Third, we need financial measures, and this is something that isn't really, was promised by the government, but isn't being enacted at the moment. I think it's gone back to COAG, which is a slow death, as I understand it.
Yeah, back to a committee.
That's right, and you see what Obama has done in the United States, and what the U.S. House of Representatives and Senate have voted on, which is a program to give you an income tax credit worth about 30% on the capital of a plant going in, to enable the industry to get its feet. And that's a temporary measure over about 8 years, but it allows the industry to start, and that's very necessary. Europe has different programs called feed-in laws, and that's been discussed widely here, where you get paid per kilowatt hour for the clean energy you produce. And
right.
Okay. We don't seem to have those programs coming in quickly.
So our politicians are all wind here.
Well, that's right.
Not serious.
And what they don't understand is that we're ready to go. Our technology is ready to go. You see it sitting there in California. Yeah. It's ready to go now. And yet we're sitting waiting because there's no definition of the system. So how can we plan a project if we don't know the system? The government is now holding us up.
As an Aussie, do you feel a bit betrayed?
Oh, I've got a long history in Australia. I've been here trying to push this field since 1975, so I'm kind of used to it. But it's an exciting time around the world, and I have to think that the excitement is more than balancing that. But I do want to see Australia keep up, because this is the very time where we need to advance quickly. We have to match what's going on overseas.
Absolutely.
It's a scandal.
Dr. David Mills, lovely to talk to you. All the best. We'll keep an eye on it as well, and I don't know if we can...
Yeah. And congratulations on what you've achieved in solar technology, a world leader. Unfortunately, lives in San Francisco.
Lovely to meet you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.